Right, so I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, how can you do a video of this when a coin mech is somewhere in Sussex? Well, the answer to your question is, I was scratching my head while I was watching the video last night that you all saw of Ace of Clubs going finally for a cash pot, and I thought, wait a minute, I've got a coin mech somewhere here, haven't I? I've got a coin mech, and that coin mech is sat in roller coaster because there's no main board in it at the moment. So what we're going to do is nick the coin mech out of it, and then a whole heap of bodging to actually get that coin mech in here, because most coin mechs sort of sit in a metal housing and the money kind of just drops into them when you put it down and shoot. With this machine, the coin mech is actually on the back of the unit, so it's actually right onto the back of the unit, and you have to kind of push it into a couple of clips. Now, that's all very well and good, that bit's okay, no issue with that. However, I don't have the little top piece for it, or I had half the top piece for it. I think the other one's on the machine, which is on the coin mech, and it's in Sussex somewhere, so that's no good. Anyway, cut a long story short, I managed to bodge it with a bit of cardboard, half of it, and yeah, so it's taking new pound coins. Them things, and you can see I'm in the house, not actually in my little shed stroke arcade stroke man cave stroke whatever you want. Anyway, so intention for this series of video and I do it with a lot of trepidation. So number one, don't know if this machine will hold up to the strains of being played a lot because I've not tried it. It's got a main board in, we know the main board's good, and it's got a power supply in, which I know is good, but that's as much as I know, and it's not been on for a sustained period of time. Now, I have had it on for 4.5 hours today, so it has been on quite a bit today, and we're at a stage where I'm confident it's going to work. It's going to work for a bit. I'm not confident about it paying out. I'm not confident about a lot of stuff with it at the moment, just in terms of I've not tested it really, to be honest with you, since I've had it. I've had it a while. It's just one of them jobs. I did a quick vid when I first got it. If you can see there, you see where that goes a bit like darker on the silver, not quite the same. That's pretty much the only thing really I'd say that's semi-wrong with it. If you look in this bottom corner here, you can just sort of see maybe the artwork's got a bit damaged or a bit wet in time on that silver there. But other than that, it's actually pretty good. That needs a bit of a clean. There's a couple of bits that I haven't actually cleaned up yet. Most internal stuff I have cleaned up. And there we are. Now, the interesting thing about this, if you can see in there, see that little blue bulb? That little blue bulb, that one, and that one, they'll work. I assume that's an invincible mode, I assume, because I've never seen them lit when I've been playing it as yet. So, my intention of this vid, and I don't want it to be just a straight force bullshit video, it's a waste of time. Let's see if we can get it out naturally. There's going to be an element of me forcing it. There's going to be, there's going to be times when I'm going to have to force it a bit to try and get it there. But yeah, let's see if we can get one out of it. I don't know what percentage it's running on. I don't know what key's in it, to be honest with you. I've got a feeling it's probably a 78% key. So not ridiculously high like Ace of Clubs was. So it might be even more of a grind. The good thing about this machine is how it sounds. So it does sound great. I just put a few quid into it. And that's as much as it'll take at any one time. So it's like a tenner. Please feel free to bang in the comments as well if that's what you're happy to see me try and get any form of jackpot out of it. I've been warned these are fucking hard, so in theory it might not happen. It might be a hell of a lot of videos that I simply don't know. I mean, I've no real experience of this one. That's a nice line, isn't it? What for the big £3? Why on earth reserve pot is ahead of the normal one is beyond me. Don't know that. I'm assuming it'll catch up at some point. We'll see. You'll hear a weird noise every time it adds a quid to one of the pots. The only reason it's as dead as it is at the moment is because just before I started this video, I managed to get 25 quid off it. Which doesn't do a lot for the life of it, does it? But and it's not easy to video either. Kind of have to stand like that, and you'll be able to see my silhouette 'cause it's daytime. And I have to stand sort of sideways onto it. Board wise, it's very much standard kind of cops and robbers fare, so you need to collect 3 of those, and then if the doors are open, you get into, like, well, Millionaire's Row if you like, or in this case, the Rover's Return. I didn't like Coronation Street, the programme, in any way, shape or form. But I did like the fruits. Game over. Please bang in the comments what you want, what you're happy with me doing. I mean, that sounds like, for me, the easiest solution. I'll probably do sort of similar amounts through it as I was doing on Acer Club, sort of 50 to 70 quid sessions. And it's on a, obviously it's on a, you can tell by that, it's on a genuine RAM reset as well. Actually, I wouldn't mind getting a win off it just to check it's paying out all right. It's a long way to a tenner from here. There's going to be a lot of that. Three nudges, there's 4 of them. I don't assume anything's there, is it? That's an orange or a melon. That's a melon. These features enhance as well, like that's on now 10 to 1, which means normally you don't hit it. That's on a national card, which means it can pay up to 25 quid. You will hit that from time to time. Yeah, I see it's offering the national card, which is either 5, 10, 15, 20 or 25. Yeah, so I can have that, which is 10 to 1, which is a minimum of a tenner. I'm going to take it just to show it you. And it was a tenner, which is what I expected, to be honest. But I just wanted to test it's going to pay out alright. Yeah, it's a tenner. And we're paying out new quids, so all good. Like I said, there'll be an element of forcing. There'll be an element of me ILOing it out and stuff like that to at least in a millionaire's row. But I thought it'd be nice for you guys to see something a little bit different in my collection. And pretty much all the M1 stuff I ever get has to live inside. I don't like to particularly have them outside, even in nice weather like it is now, because they are so bloody temperamental and they're so expensive as well. And Dave Troll went to a lot of effort to get this one working, so. I don't know if it's worth holding cash pots when they're near, but I'd imagine it'd have to be pretty close to be doing that anyway. And I'm certainly not going to be doing them while they're on 5 and 9 quid. £10 for the Superboard means I'm getting nowhere near it probably. It's quite low, that. It's normally at least 15. $15 this time for the Superboard. Takes you back, that sound, doesn't it? So the normal one, 15 if it wins. It has. I don't think you really want to get it like this either, but makes a big fuss about it when you get on there as well. Yeah, that's bloody quick, wasn't it? That's well shit. It isn't normally that bad. Normally it gives you a good game, that. I think it might have had something to do with the fact that 4 single bars were 3 nudges away. Tenner. Wow. Yeah, it's not normally that fucking bad. Normally lets you get to sort of 30, 40, 50 quid before it decides it's mucking you off. And it will mug you off. It doesn't do a traditional let and spin either. It lights stop up when it decides it wants to give you 3 of a kind wins. You can't get 4 of a kind wins like let and spin, which was a pretty shit idea, really, to be honest with you. The good news is you can hold down start as well, which does speed things up a little bit.
That's all the drinks tonight, folks.
Right, that concludes the video anyway, just to give you a bit of a sneak peek. They're going to be, I don't know, probably 40 minutes to an hour videos, I would have thought. I don't know, we'll see. Similar sort of setup to Acer Club's 70 quidish sessions, I'd have thought, 50 to 70 quid sessions. Let's hope the cash pot overtakes the reserve pot, unless they're wired the wrong way around, but I can't see it. It is in pretty good condition, to be honest with you. Can't really fault it. I imagine it's a few tons worth of machine, this as well. I mean, you don't see many of these. We'll get to know it a bit better anyway, get to see some of the features, see if we can get a Fiona's hair streak out of it. But really, more than anything, I want to get a fucking blue board off it. That's what I'm after. Cheers for watching, guys. Stay safe.